Hundreds of families planning for the future paid this funeral home for services in advance.
What did he do with my mom's money?
More than $500,000 gone.
The withdrawals just started and pretty much wiped out the account.
Now, KXAN uncovers a state investigation into this grave enterprise.
It's heartless. It's heartless. And at a time of grieving.
And tonight, we track down the owner of Austin's Peel & Son Funeral Home to ask if families will ever see their money again.
This is investigator Brittany Glass reveals he's been selling prepaid funerals without a license to do so for more than a decade.
4 years after Hazel Bonilla's father passed away, coping is still difficult.
Held his hand just as he took his last breath.
The death was expected. Her family was preparing, and so was he, for years. A loyal Dallas Cowboys fan and devout Catholic, Andrew Bonilla knew exactly what he wanted at his funeral and on his headstone. And so does his wife, Josie.
I just see my mom's name and I don't know what's gonna happen.
With her mother's declining health after her Alzheimer's diagnosis, Bonilla says she doesn't know how long her mother has left and whether she'll get the funeral that records show she prepaid at Austin Peel & Son Funeral Home.
I want her to have what she asked, her casket. It's supposed to say beloved mother and beloved grandmother.
Bonilla says her parents spent years saving money to pay for their own funerals, paying what they could, when they could, for more than a decade.
She'd pay a couple $100 here, $150 there, $200 here.
Nearly $7,000 for her mother's funeral. But there are concerns about the undated contract the Bonillas had with Peel & Son. And owner Billy Peel left something off too.
His signature wasn't on there, the seal wasn't on there, and the license number was not on there, and there was no total.
The Texas Department of Banking said Peel & Son illegally collected more than $500,000 in prepaid funeral payments from more than 200 customers since 2006. Illegal because he wasn't licensed to sell prepaid funeral contracts.
What did he do with my mom's money? What did he do with all that money?
Deputy Commissioner Stephanie Newberg says when the department seized the account at the beginning of August, the money was all but wiped out.
There's $3,000 left in the account. They likely have lost their money because there are no funds available.
Although state records show Peel was previously licensed for 2 decades, in 2006, he never renewed as required every year, but still kept selling the contracts.
From that point forward, he was not allowed to sell prepaid funeral contracts, and he knew the law because he had had a permit. We assumed that he was following the law.
Newberg says in the couple of cases she's worked like this in the last decade, the funeral homes were able to pay customers back, so they never faced criminal prosecution. It's not clear here whether Peel can do the same.
He came in and did say yes, that he had taken the money from these individuals and that he did not have the funds, but that he wanted to honor the contracts and he wanted to try to find a way to repay them.
Austin Peel & Son.
Hi there, is Mr. Peel available?
We reached out multiple times to Peel for an interview, but even when we went to see him in person, he refused to speak with us, leaving families like the Bonillas with uncertainty about the future.
If we have to come up with financial means to get her what she wants, we'll start on it right away. We'll do what we can. We'll get it done.
The Texas Department of Banking will hold a hearing and order Peel to pay back the money owed to families like that one. He's also facing plenty of fines. If he can't pay, the department says it'll turn over its investigation for possible criminal prosecution for theft of funds. We'll be at that hearing and keep you updated. Brittany Glass, KXAN Investigates.
To protect yourself or a loved one, prepaying for a funeral, do your research first before paying anything. In Texas, confirm the funeral home where you're looking is licensed with the state's Department of Banking, or that the funeral home is working through a reputable insurance company.
The state says it discovered a dozen or so prepaid contracts Peel sold prior to 2006 when he still had a license. Those customers will likely get most of their money back because they should be covered under what's called a guarantee fund.